up, chat? It's your boy Sin Sinister, and we're back on Unfiltered Greatness. About to get right back into where we left off from the last video. Some of you guys had hit me up from the last video. We were talking about, just to let you know, if you didn't see the last video, we were talking about the what am I doing with my life syndrome. You know, that lost kind of feeling that some of us go through, where we're just cruising through life, but not really in a good way. You know what I mean? So some of you had hit me up, like I said, saying, what do I actually do if I catch myself going through this? If I catch myself just vibing through life, but not really having that purpose, what are some things that I could do? I had got some questions, some DMs back, which I definitely love. Make sure y'all keep doing that. And in this video, we're going to get a little bit deeper into that, all right? We're talking about the building blocks: discipline, habits, purpose. Not your regular Instagram cute bullshit quotes. We're going to get in that nitty-gritty stuff that could really help you, potentially help you, to get to that next level that you might be seeking to get to in your life. Now, we're going to cut right to it, all right? Starting with discipline. Now, what do I mean? Because I'm definitely not talking about suffering through life without no joy. That's not what I mean. Discipline should not be considered a punishment whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? What we're looking to do is making decisions that your future self is going to be glad you made. Even if present you wants to scroll through TikTok in about 2 or more hours, discipline is self-respect. It's you saying, I'm worth the effort, I'm worth showing up for, even on the days I don't feel like it, okay? You need to be able to set a standard of what you want to do and make it happen. If you can't tell yourself you want to do something, and when the time comes to do it, you're finding a reason to not do it. That's giving yourself a minor L. And remember, you gotta be real with yourself. Your goals don't care that you're not in the mood. Discipline is like a gym partner that never skips leg day, okay? Meanwhile, your emotions, they're out here to try to convince you that leg day is just a suggestion. Now, we all know that we can't be skipping leg day, and I'm pretty sure you get what I'm saying here. Like, stop letting your emotions take control of what you know you're supposed to be doing. Because there's two sides of your brain. You got the lazy side, and you got the side that actually wants to do shit. Now, let's talk habits. Habits are the reps, the daily deposits to your identity. If you want to be someone that's focused, disciplined, creative, healthy, cool, that's real cool. But you gotta prove it. And how you're gonna prove it is by pouring into yourself daily, forming these daily habits. That's gonna help you to become those things. All right? You don't need a whole new personality. You just need to create a pattern. Some things like waking up maybe 15 minutes earlier, or drinking water before coffee, or journal when you're feeling overwhelmed rather than just doom scrolling. All right? Simple stuff, but stacking it. You're no longer just trying to change, you're actually changing, okay? Like I said before, you're giving yourself those minor L's, you're destroying your confidence, you're destroying your discipline, you're destroying all of the foundation by giving yourself those minor L's. It's going to continuously make you weaker and weaker a little bit at a time. Whereas these small things, waking up early, drinking a lot of water, like if you know that you have a habit of maybe drinking too much, going out and partying, that's not a good habit. What is that going to really energize you to do in terms of positivity? I know how it feels when you party all night and you drink all night. The next day you don't want to do nothing. Is that a good habit to have if you're constantly going out partying, but you're constantly waking up the next day not doing what you got to do? Let's choose some correct habits here that's going to allow us to be productive in the things that we want to actually do. So learn how to build up some good habits. Find some habits that you can start to work towards. And you don't got to start big. Start small. Like I said before, you may be waking up 15 minutes earlier than you used to waking up. Maybe you're going to bed a little bit sooner than you're usually going to bed. There's no reason why you're staying up all night doing nothing. If you ain't working, if you ain't editing a video, if you ain't doing some type of streaming, or if you wasn't in the gym or at a job, there's no reason why you're up all night just BSing. Go to bed, get your energy. The next day is the next day to be great. You need your energy if you're trying to be great. So that's a good habit to get. Make sure you're getting your sleep. The journaling, writing notes. I like to write notes down. You know what I'm saying? Instead of sitting there doom scrolling, if you got time to scroll through Instagram all day or whatever, that means you got time to jot down some ideas that you're ready to get pushing. Or maybe you got some time to edit some videos. That's a habit that I started telling myself. Like, if I catch myself scrolling through my feed or whatever, because sometimes I like to scroll to maybe get some inspiration for ideas or whatever, but sometimes you might catch yourself scrolling a little too much. As soon as I realize that, I'm like, I bet, let's switch this up. You don't catch yourself scrolling through your feed all day. You're brain rotting yourself, I swear to God. So habits, they're important. Form them, and I promise you'll start to see a difference. Boom. Now let's talk purpose, chat. All right, big scary word, everyone's chasing it, but here's the truth. Purpose is not found, it's built. It's what you commit to. Okay, it's showing up consistently for something that matters to you. Once again, it's showing up consistently for something that matters to you. All right, my purpose, I'll give you an example. Me, I feel like my purpose in life is to connect with people through laughs, through my gym and content, spread any knowledge that I have in terms of health, your body, your mind, your spirit, and also laughs and joy and stuff like that. Hence why I got the gaming content, the funny content, and then I have my gym and content and this type of content where I'm talking to you guys about real life shit. So that's what I feel like my purpose is. So when I wake up, I automatically think about, what am I doing either wrong or right that's gonna help me fulfill that purpose. I heard somebody once say that somebody that's walking around without a purpose in life is basically like a zombie. You know what I'm saying? A person with no purpose, you're like an empty vessel. You're an empty vessel just cruising on earth. And if you ask me, what are you waiting for? Your death day? Is that it? Is that your purpose in life? And I ask, like, what do you want to do? Where do you see yourself? And somebody tells me, I don't know, with no care in the world. Like, I don't know, I'm just chilling. So how are you think you're going to feel? Somebody like that, like, how do you think you're going to feel when death hits your door, right? Because everybody has that time when it hits their door. And what are you going to have to look back at before your eyes shut forever, chat? Think about it. Denzel Washington said, when you go out, chat, there's going to be 5 different versions of yourself. You know what I'm saying? The version that chose to be the doctor, the version that chose to take content creation the full route, the version that chose to be a gymnast all the way, the version that chose to be a motivational speaker and speak to the crowd. And then there's you in the grave, the version that chose to have no purpose, to do shit, and you just went out of this world a nothing, a nobody. And not that you have to be somebody that the world knows, but like at least somebody to yourself, chat. Like, you want to just fade like dust in the wind. Usually people with no purpose, that's what happens at the end of the day. So find yourself a purpose, chat. You feel me? It's definitely going to help motivate you, and it's going to be a nice reminder to look back on anytime that you're doing something you feel like you shouldn't be doing. Think about, what is my purpose? Is this aligned with my purpose? And the more you start to think about that, I promise the more you're going to find yourself neglecting the bullshit and entertaining the positive shit. I promise you. Find your purpose. If you're taking anything from this video, chat, this is what I want you to take from. All right? Discipline is going to give you structure. Habits build your future, and purpose is what emerges when you stick with both. Okay? You don't have to be perfect, but you have to be persistent. So, what's one habit, one action, one promise you're making to yourself today? Drop in the comments and hold yourself accountable, chat. Once again, this is Unfiltered Greatness, chat. No fluff, no hype, just the truth. We talking facts, realism, and we're going to keep doing that. Remember, chat, you're not lost, okay? You're just in the process of building something right now. You feel me? So if you're here, sitting here, watching and listening to this whole video, most likely you're already starting to take the steps and trying to become better. And you're not in this alone, all right? Make sure y'all let me know what y'all want me to talk about next. And we're going to keep building this up together, all right? I'll see you guys next time. Make sure y'all tune in. Sinister out.